At first, water availability has been put for investigation in the Godavari basin at various places where we, based on the availability of water, we can formulate the proposals for formulation of the, for construction of the projects. After the SRSP, we have got a small irrigation projects, major irrigation projects like Khanapur, Southern Martanicut and only Kadam project. Till the water reaches to Dholeshwaram or Rajahmundry, there are no projects, major projects constructed on the river Godavari. The water is going waste into the sea. The peculiar situation of the geographical situation of the river bed, water levels in the flood waters, even flood level also, are far below the ground levels of the Telangana floodable lands. Hence we have to no other go except to go for lift irrigation schemes for utilization of the waters in the Godavari river. So at that time there was only Inchampelli project which was already investigated and ready for execution. But there are 3 co-basin states, they have to agree on that project for construction. Because a tripartite agreement was there from the before formation of the Chhattisgarh, Madhya Pradesh and Maharashtra and Andhra Pradesh have agreed for construction of the Inchampelli project. The Inchampelli project would be taken up for construction by the Andhra Pradesh state only as per that agreement. And the benefits of the power generation will be shared by 3 states. But there is large submergence of the forest area and most of the land submergence is from Maharashtra and also now present Chhattisgarh state. They have objected subsequently and they have put a lot of hurdles on that. Though the project site is proved to be technologically and geographically the best site for construction. The next water availability studies were given to WAPCOs in the river Godavari, and they have, after working out 100 years, rainfall years and other things taken into consideration, they have worked out the availability of water. The most of the water that is reaching the river Godavari, there is abundant water availability in Pranayita river, which is having confluence at Kaleshwaram, meeting, joining the river Godavari at Kaleshwaram. So we have studied that availability of water and we want to transfer that water by gravity and by lift scheme and joining it to the Yelampalli project. And subsequent further lifts we have programmed which has become a project name is Pranayita Chevella. We wanted to bring to the tail end up to Chevella, that is the then Chief Minister, Vice Rajshekar Reddy, wanted to bring the waters up to Chevella. So his ambition was like that. So he has named it as Pranayita Chevella project. That project is grounded by the state government with zeal and enthusiasm, no doubt. Number of packages are made in under EPC package system, and that is put to execution. Because of this project, irrigating 16 lakh acres proposed irrigation in the Telangana region in 5 districts. So we have not concentrated on the Inchampelli project because there are other inherent issues raised by the other co-basin states. We have now not concentrated on the combined state of Andhra Pradesh. Now that Telangana is formed, we have to restart the dialogue with the co-basin states and formulate the designs, revised designs. Of course, the CWC was very much inclined to process that Inchamperly project. They have formed a high-level committee in the CWC. The CWC is to study and to make a dialogue with the other states. So they wanted to reduce the reservoir level of the Inchamperly project to 112 to 95 meters. Even at 95 meters also they were not inclined to. So they wanted to form a task force of higher technical officers of the chief engineers of the respective states. Three states, chief engineers, three states chief engineers made a task force. They have met once. Subsequently, it was not pursued by the combined Andhra Pradesh state. The matters are resting like that. Now, in the new state, because how much it will benefit and the cost which has to be shared by the three states, they come forward because Maharashtra is also power shortage state. Hydroelectric project is going to be constructed at Inchamperly. They are also interested. So we have to start fresh dialogue with the three states and come to consensus. And this task force will prepare a revised project report so that the benefits that will be shared by three states and the cost also will be borne like that. At this point, the Inchamperly project is now left unresolved. We have to start fresh dialogue with the other states, whether they come forward. And definitely they have to come forward because it is a hydroelectric project which is going to benefit three states. The emergency is also in three states. But the benefits that will be grown, Chhattisgarh is not interested in the power because it is already surplus. But Maharashtra will be very much interested. Maharashtra is very much interested, and we have to start dialogue with the Maharashtra state. First of all, we have got some disputable projects with Maharashtra. That is, they have constructed that Babri. We have objected for construction of the Babri reservoir in the bed of the SRSP project. And everybody is aware of that project and how the Supreme Court has intervened and somehow they have created some methodology for storing of water only in the flood season, and they have to allow the water to flow freely into SRSP dam after the flood season is over. So we have got now the barrage has to be constructed on Praneta Chevara project, which is also now interstate project, has become interstate project. We have to resolve that issue with Maharashtra state. Then afterwards we can think about this Inchamperly project and we can make dialogue with the Maharashtra state. Regarding Praneta Chevara project, which was formulated in 2004 by working out how to transfer the surplus water for the irrigation purpose, for drinking water purpose, for industrial use of the waters for Telangana development. When I was Commissioner Godavari Basin at that time, Mr. Venkata Rao was just retired at that time. He was associated with the Pratpo Canal and also Sri Ram Sagar project. And Mr. Laukesh Reddy was engineering chief, who also retired at that time. We three of us sat together and formulated a proposal of transferring of 160 TMC of water to Yellowpelli project. That is in the upstream of the Kaleshwaram Bay, which is originally dams. We want to bring it water to Yellowpelli dam. From there, we wanted to lift water to various places en route up to Hyderabad and beyond Sangareddy. There are 18 packages, 27 packages are made, 28 packages are made, and all the packages are put to tender and they are grounded. Of course, the efficiency of the projects, how they will, the designs will work out, how the lifts will work out, that is a different issue. That's technically we can have a review from time to time during the execution, and the present government wanted big reservoirs en route. They wanted to create a bigger reservoirs so that they will store water and replace. That is also the opinion of the CWC. So number of reservoirs we should construct so that water, whenever it is there in the reservoir dam, we can lift it and store at various places. That is one of the things. So these in this formulation of the proposals, Pranit Chevala, Mr. Venkatarama was deeply involved, and we have sent proposals to the government, and government was, though initially in the combined state they were reluctant to accept this transfer of water, subsequently they have to succumb to the Telangana politicians or Telangana pressure, and they have grounded this scheme. Likewise, when this project is grounded, the Kamdanapalli project was on the cards where we can have number of barrages. So we have studied that is the SRSP is not functioning to the full efficiency. So we wanted to construct one more barrage so that we can generate power, hydroelectric power, and as also transfer water to the tail end of the SRSP by stabilization of 7.5 lakh acres. So this project was also thought like that only, and the government was reluctant to ground this scheme initially, but subsequently the barrage construction is now approved by the government and the tenders are approved and it's put for execution, the Kamdanapalli reservoir. Of course, the transfer of water that is to the tail end is yet to be investigated deep, and the execution has yet to be taken up. But the barrage construction will benefit us by generating hydroelectric power initially. 375 TMC of 375 megawatts power generation will be achieved by the Kamdanapalli project. So with this background on this project, I request Venkatarama to enlighten the background of these two projects and how they are useful in taking up this scheme, how it economically works out to the state government. Thank you.